In The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, Disney took us deeper into the world of Pride Rock, introducing a new pride of lions led by the villain Zira and her three cubs, Nuka, Vitani, and Kovu. These characters brought layers of conflict to the sequel, but they also introduced mysteries that fans have been puzzling over for decades. One of the most popular is a theory that challenges everything we know about the pride's relationships and connection to Simba's family. This theory suggests that none of Zira's cubs were actually hers biologically. And what if it's Vitani that has a far deeper connection to Simba's family than we thought? This fan theory suggests that Vitani wasn't Zira's biological child at all, but rather Nala's. Yes, that Nala, the lioness who fought beside Simba to reclaim Pride Rock. If this theory is true, Vitani then had the right to feel hatred towards Simba, Nala, and the rest of the pride, because Nala, a biological mother, abandoned her once Simba returned and ousted Scar. I want to say that this is just a theory, and it is up to you to judge whether it is plausible. If you have additional thoughts and observations, let me know in the comments. Now, back to the story. If we assume the theory is accurate, and Vitani was indeed Nala's daughter, a lot of questions arise. But first, let's overview their connection. The heart of this theory lies in the subtle interactions between Vitani and Nala in The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Although they only share a few moments of screen time, those moments are loaded with tension. Toward the latter half of the movie, during the Outlanders' attack on Pride Rock, Vitani confronts Nala with a venom-laced line. "Where's your pretty daughter, Nala?" At first glance, it seems like a typical insult from a rival, but her tone carries something deeper, something personal. It's as if Vitani is spitting out years of resentment, calling out the lioness who might have been her mother. The way she emphasizes pretty daughter almost suggests a bitter comparison to herself. Was she implying that Nala cast her aside only to raise Kiara in the safety of the Pride Lands? The theory suggests exactly that, and it would explain why Vitani seems to harbor so much hatred toward Nala, despite having little direct interaction with her. But that's not the only clue. Physically, Vitani bears a striking resemblance to Nala, even more so than other lionesses in the franchise. Her fur color and eye shape are uncannily similar, and both lionesses share shades of blue eyes, a rare feature among the lions. While these similarities aren't conclusive, they add weight to the possibility of a biological connection. The theory really picks up steam when you consider Vitani's possible parentage. If Nala was indeed her mother, then Scar becomes the most likely candidate for her father. Even though there wasn't any mention in The Lion King 2 that Scar had any actual descendants, but most fans assume that at least Nuka and Vitani were Scar's children, with the biggest debate typically being over Kovu's lineage. But this is where things get dark. Why would someone like Nala ever have a child with a tyrannical leader like Scar? She probably wouldn't if she had a choice. In the original The Lion King, a deleted scene revealed a side of Scar that Disney ultimately deemed too disturbing for a family film. In this alternate version of Be Prepared scene, Scar explicitly approaches Nala, hinting at his desire for an heir. The scene was cut, but the implications linger. As the self-proclaimed King of Pride Rock, Scar would have been motivated to secure his bloodline. In the wild, dominant male lions often force lionesses to bear their cubs to ensure their lineage. Nala, as one of the strongest and most capable lionesses in the Pride, would have been an obvious target for Scar's advances. If Vitani was born under these circumstances, it would explain why Nala might have been so desperate to leave Pride Rock in the first film. In the Broadway adaptation of The Lion King, Nala's motivation for leaving is expanded. She sets out to find help for her pride, which is suffering under Scar's rule. If the theory is true, her escape may have also been a personal one, as she tried to free herself from Scar's control while carrying his cub. If Vitani really was Nala's daughter, the question becomes, why didn't she grow up alongside Simba and Kiara in the Pride Lands? Why was she raised by Zira, of all lions? The theory offers two possible explanations. The first is that Nala kept her pregnancy a secret from Simba after reuniting with him. It's easy to imagine why she might have done this. After enduring Scar's reign, she may have feared Simba's reaction to the truth. If Vitani was born after Scar's defeat, Nala may have made the heartbreaking decision to give her cub to Zira, Scar's most loyal follower. Zira, for her part, would have had her own motivations for taking in Vitani. As the leader of the Outlanders, Zira might have seen the cub as a tool, leverage against Nala and Simba, or simply another lioness to strengthen her pride. This pragmatic decision would align with Zira's character, as she's shown to be ruthless and strategic throughout the sequel. The second possibility is even darker. It suggests that Nala didn't willingly give up Vitani, but that Simba exiled her along with the rest of Scar's followers. In the wild, dominant male lions often kill the offspring of their rivals to eliminate competition and secure their own bloodline. While Simba is portrayed as a heroic figure, the theory posits that he might have followed a less violent version of this instinct, banishing all of Scar's cubs regardless of their maternal lineage. If this is true, Nala may have stayed silent to protect her position as queen. It's a tragic thought, but it fits with the moral complexity of the Lion King universe. No one is entirely innocent in the circle of life, not even Simba. Vitani's personality and actions in The Lion King 2 also support the theory. Unlike her brother Nuka, who is portrayed as a bumbling follower, and Kovu, who struggles with his loyalty, Vitani is fiercely independent and cunning. She seems driven by a deep sense of purpose, one that could stem from a personal grudge against Simba and Nala. Her confrontational line to Nala during the battle suggests a bitterness that goes beyond her loyalty to Zira. This would also explain why she seems so determined to prove herself as a warrior. If Vitani grew up feeling rejected, her fierce loyalty to Zira and her role in the Outlander's pride could be a way of compensating for that loss. Another layer to this theory lies in the visual design of the characters. Disney animators are known for using subtle visual cues to hint at relationships, and Vitani's design is no exception. Her fur color is nearly identical to Nala's, setting her apart from the darker tones of the other Outlanders. Then there's her eye color. While most of the lions in the franchise have amber or green eyes, Vitani and Nala share similar shades of blue. These genetic markers aren't definitive proof of a connection, but they're intriguing details that lend credibility to the theory. The beauty of Vitani's story is that, regardless of her origins, she finds a happy ending. In the Lion Guard, she steps into a leadership role, forming her own Lion Guard after the Outlander's conflict with Simba's pride is resolved. Vitani's transformation from an antagonist to a protector of the Pride Lands mirrors the themes of redemption and unity that run throughout the Lion King series. If the theory is true and Vitani was indeed Nala's daughter, this ending becomes even more poignant. By joining Simba's pride, Vitani would have finally reunited with her true family, finding the belonging she was denied as a cub. If Vitani really was Nala's daughter, it adds a layer of tragedy to the story. It would mean that Nala carried the weight of her past with Scar while building a future with Simba. It would mean that Vitani grew up with a sense of abandonment, never knowing the full truth about her origins. And it would mean that the scars of Scar's reign ran deeper than we realized, shaping the lives of every lion in the Pride Lands. But it also highlights the resilience of these characters. Vitani's eventual role as the leader of the Lion Guard shows that she was able to overcome her past and find her place in the circle of life. Nala's strength in the face of adversity remains one of the defining aspects of her character, and Simba's journey from exile to king reflects the challenges of leadership and legacy. Ultimately, this theory adds richness to an already complex story. Whether or not it's true, it opens up fascinating questions about the relationships between the characters and the themes of The Lion King. Could Vitani really have been Nala's cub, abandoned under tragic circumstances and raised by the Outlanders? Or is this just another layer of fan speculation? Either way, it's a testament to the depth of this beloved franchise that we're still uncovering new possibilities decades later.